Hi, I'm Christopher, a research software engineer with Research Software Workshops, and it's a very warm welcome to introducing version control with Git, Part 1. So the link to the material is here at the bottom of the page, and when you click there you should reach a website that looks something like this. Now Git is a version control system that allows you to save multiple versions of a file or directory. This is useful to allow you to keep a record of all changes made to a file, and to move backwards and forwards in time through different versions of your files. Now Git is an example of a version control system. There are many different version control systems, for example CVS, Subversion and Mercurial. However, Git has risen to become the almost standard version control system out there, and there's an extremely high adoption and widespread use across academia, personal projects and industry. The state of the Octaverse, which we take a look at here, gives a really good idea of how widespread Git has become. So we just take a peek. What we can see is that you have effectively millions of developers and millions of projects across the entire world using Git as an extremely large and welcoming community. Now, in my opinion, Git has now grown to the point where it is the right choice of version control system for pretty much all new projects, so it's a great thing to be learning. Now, Git was originally developed to manage version control for the source code of the Linux kernel. So Linux's and indeed Git's creator Linus Torvalds jokes that he named Git after himself. Now, despite starting as a tool for programmers, it is now used to version control any kind of file, and is now widely used in academia for a whole host of things. For example, saving different versions of papers or thesis, saving different versions of data in a study, saving different versions of analysis scripts, and saving different versions of research group documents such as websites, agreements, wikis or collaboration documents. Now Git is free and open source, and there are many Git tutorials available, so if this one doesn't get on with you, please feel free to click on one of these links for another Git tutorial. Now this is a short workshop that aims to introduce you to version control using Git. At the end of this workshop, you will know how to create a directory that will contain files that can be version controlled. You'll be able to save multiple versions of a file. You'll be able to retrieve old versions of files, add, rename and delete version controlled files, back up your version controlled files to a cloud service such as GitHub, and you'll be able to write Markdown to describe your version controlled files. Now this workshop is designed to let you version control files yourself that you create and work on your own. Git is also a great tool for collaboration, and indeed this workshop will provide you the prerequisites of understanding Git, so that then you can take our Git for Collaboration workshop next, which will show you how you can use Git to collaborate with and share files with others. And in that case, that will mean you'll be able to do things like share a paper, as opposed to emailing paper version 1, paper version 2, paper version 3, etc., and then trying to manage all the versions yourself. Git will let you do that. Now please feel free to work through this workshop at your own pace. Git is best learned by using it, so please copy out and play with the examples provided and have a go at the exercises. Throughout this workshop we will build up a cheat sheet of Git commands, and you'll find these on the summary page, which we can kind of cheat and have a look at them now. You'll see there are just 10 Git commands that we'll need and we'll work with as we're going through this workshop. It is not a difficult thing to learn, and we hope you enjoy this. And we've taught this to many people, and what we find is that once you've learned Git, it becomes an integral and really useful part of your day-to-day sort of research workflow. So here are all of the sections. We're going to move on to those over a series of videos. So I hope you come back and for the next video on installing Git. See you there.